Focus on my brake lights. Ain't turning back. Now that I'm back on track, yeah. Take my word from it. Put a couple bands on it. And I don't plan on letting people turn me. No. You can say what you want. I'ma keep pressing on. I can't pop that thing like I'm feeling green, right? Talking to my past life. Focus on my brake lights. Cruising to my future now.
How could you not be excited? It is the best time of day. Yes, it is time for breaking the silence.
Yes, it sure is.
And of course, you know that today's show is gonna be filled with laughter,
It is.
possibly some singing,
Maybe.
possibly some dancing.
You've been warned, okay?
Yes, we don't know because this show just is so crazy. But we also talk about some nice topics.
Yes,
we
we do.
also, break the silence on some things that some people don't
Breaking
like to talk about. But before we get into that, ladies, let us introduce ourselves because we believe that our viewers love us so much that they tell all of their friends to watch us.
And now their friends are watching for the first
Exactly.
time.
And they don't know who we are.
Yeah.
So I'm going to introduce myself. I'm Shaitia.
I'm Nori.
And I'm Angela.
And again, you are watching Breaking the Silence. And ladies, one of the topics for today, because we could be a little petty.
Not a little? I don't think a little.
We could be a little petty. We're going to be honest. So today we're going to be talking about things that we're a little bit petty about, and we're going to make it personal. Things that we face, things that we see, that we pretend like it doesn't bother us, but secretly
Yes,
It
it
does.
really does.
it does.
Oh,
well,
no.
oh,
Yes.
well, oh,
That
well.
sounds more like a confession. Confession time.
These are my confessions. See, the singers already
Okay.
Okay, but we're also going to be talking about losing yourself to love. Because a lot of people, women, when they get into relationships, they tend to kind of lose themselves.
It's true.
So we're going to be talking about how you can, first of all, recognize if you're losing yourself and how you can
love that.
avoid it. Because we don't want you to lose yourself. We want you to continue thriving, for you to make sure that you know your role in your relationship and you and your partner continue to grow together.
Yes.
And
It's all
of
about
course,
growth.
ladies, we have our interactive session, and with that, we are going to be playing Who's Most Likely To.
Who's most likely?
So we're going to see how well we know
Each other.
each other.
Yep.
And also, sometimes if you've been with us for a while, you'll see that some of the questions tend to
Are
be
targeted
targeted
to
to
one
one person.
Who do you think is going to be targeted today?
Angelique.
You
see,
Yeah, they're tagging team against
well,
me
we're
right
not the ones
now.
who come up with the questions, so
Yeah.
let us see who the crew wanted to target today. And we also are going to be having BTS Unfiltered. Because we always tell you to send in your comments,
Yes.
to send in your questions. So we're going to be talking about some of the things that you sent in. Maybe they're going to be a little petty too.
Probably will be a little petty.
Let us see with that. But ladies, before we go on break, do you think fun should be scheduled or spontaneous?
Spontaneous.
Spontaneous.
Hands down.
Yes.
Seeing the reaction without something being like planned or anything like that is just priceless, for me, spontaneous, hands down, all the way.
What about you?
Like because schedule is something like, okay, you have to book it or make time for it. Spontaneous has to be like just in your day-to-day, like incorporate it. So for me,
Yes. So I think we're all agreed on spontaneous. Listen, don't tell me you have something planned and not tell me what it is. I'd rather you just take me there. So we're all spontaneous type
I
of
wanna
people.
go
See,
there.
the singing
Take
is
me
coming
there.
back here
Let's
now.
go there.
So we're going to take you to a quick break and we'll be right back.
Feeling the energy? You're tuned into the right place. Breaking the silence is keeping it real, right here, right now. More empowering conversations, and the voices you need to hear are coming up next. Stay with Angelique, Francisca, Nori, and Shaitia. The conversation is just getting started.
When I arrived in the US at 19, I struggled to find job opportunities without a high school diploma. My name is Ariel, and my entire life changed when I took a chance and I got my high school diploma at age 22. Everything I have, my education, my career, my marriage, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and my teachers. They were with me every step of the way, helping with my English and math, making sure I pushed through all the challenges. Oh my goodness.
So Ariel, we made this yearbook for you. It has notes from all the people that are here. Your achievement has set an example for so many students. Most importantly, your daughter.
Education was the key that unlocked all my opportunities.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
Hey, it's Cam. Sorry I missed your call, but leave me a message.
Oh man, I missed your call, but send me a text.
When the world is just feeding you empty, meaningless noise, when it feels like no one wants to hear you or care about your needs, our team at LFN is ready to listen. Day or night, weekday or weekend, you're never alone. Call 1-888-332-4141. You're only one call away from your transformation.
On Breaking the Silence, we aim to broaden your horizons on a variety of topics.
Justification that comes with any addiction.
Beneficial advice you can use in your daily life.
But as you mature, you have to be with someone who matures with you.
Let's explore today's topic together on Breaking the Silence.
Shh. Can you keep a secret? Because listen, we are going to be confessing some things that we are petty about. And this is our we listen, but we don't judge segment, because you're going to probably be side-eyeing us. You're probably going to be judging us. You're probably going to be thinking like, girl, yeah, me too. I'm the same way. This is your moment to be petty, because we've all have those things, right, ladies? We all have those little things that we see and we try not to comment about. We try to act like we don't care, but we secretly do care. And you know, with social media, they have things that you can see that a person have saw something, maybe that you posted, right? Let's say you post a story and you see in the views somebody that you sent the message to, but that person did not message you back. And then in the back of your mind, they're like, oh, you can watch my story, but you can't answer my text. What if it's important? What if I need this? What if I need that? And then the person being petty might what? Unfollow you.
You know,
right? Unfollow you, like you said something that kind of touched a nerve. They unfollowed you, and then you're just there like, it's okay. I didn't need them following me anyway. But we know it kind of hurt. You're kind of there like, dang, why are you unfollowing? What did I do? What did I say? Like, is there something that I need to know?
What's going on?
Exactly, because they just unfollow you, and then you notice. Like, you'll notice when someone unfollows you. Or like, let's say you go to look at something, be like, oh, follow back, and you're like, what?
Or blocked or whatever.
Like, wait, when did this happen? Because you don't know anything. So I feel like the age of social media is definitely like an emotional bomb, because it's just like so many things happen that a person can do. And before social media, you wouldn't really care, right? Or before like red receipts, like you have them, you send a message, and it shows the little check marks or like read this time or this, and then they don't answer. answer, and you're like, whoa, why are you not answering me? Did I say something? Did I offend you?
Right.
Like, and then you're there battling within yourself, like, what is going on?
Why are you ignoring me?
Exactly. And then creating stories that's not even the case sometimes.
Yeah, I know. Or even, let's say, for example, you see somebody, they had a party and they didn't invite you. You see that they're throwing this party, other people are commenting, talking about it. They didn't invite you to the party, but you didn't even want to go in the first place. So why are you feeling some type of way? You know what I mean? Like there's a...
It's the thing, like, I wanted to be invited.
Yeah.
That's
Even
the thing.
though I
I
don't
don't want
want
to decline it. I don't want to go. But the fact is, I should have been invited.
Yeah,
That's
like
horrible.
I should be the one to say decline, you know,
Exactly.
instead of like ignored, right?
Yeah.
There are also times like when you do like text messages, right? Because nowadays more like texting or calling, but mostly in text messages, you kind of analyze, why is this tone of this message dry? Before it was quirky, they have like emojis, different gifts they sent you, and then all of a sudden it's just like,
One
okay,
word.
Yeah.
like a dot or like okay or like yes, no, and then you start analyzing, what did I do wrong? As you mentioned, what did I do wrong? Did I say something, you know, bad? Or doesn't even realize maybe the person is busy and cannot really reply in full sentences or stuff like that. But we do overanalyze and we go on that emotional roller coaster, which is sometimes, again, a little petty, but sometimes we kind of like, you know what, just let it go.
Yeah.
But there are also those moments that we get like on that emotional, you know, roller coaster, and we're like, yeah, we'll be petty today.
Or let's say, for example, you're at an outing, y'all taking a whole bunch of pictures, y'all snapping here, you're snapping there, y'all had a great time, you were in almost all the pictures. And then the pictures that they do post is the one that you're not in it.
Or they crop you out.
Wait a minute. I was there too. Total mood shift. Like I would really feel some type.
No, then you go ahead and post a picture and tag them
Post
in
a
it.
real picture and be like, there I go.
Yeah, like, I was there. Hello, you forgot me.
Or like comment like, yeah, I enjoyed it too.
Like, oh, what happened to the other picture we took?
I know,
then
right?
you're just calling the person out. And it's just like, because you want to be petty, because you want to be like, okay, I was there or this or that. So you do these things to kind of show that you were in your feelings. Like, I'm a little hurt. I'm a little bothered by this situation. But then we also, as Angela was saying, sometimes you have to choose your peace. So some things are not worth overthinking, are not worth dwelling on, are not worth giving it a second thought. If the person unfollowed you, so what? Let it be. If the person, you know, didn't answer you back, if it's not important, leave it alone. If the conversation got dry, it's okay for it to be dry, because at the end of the day, you have someone else there who's gonna be there to motivate you, who's gonna be there to laugh and joke and all of that. Maybe they're going through something, but we end up taking our peace away by over-analyzing and over-judging certain things that really don't mean much, or maybe even to the other person, they're not seeing it the way that we're seeing it.
It's so interesting because we see this happen all the time. Like, even if it's just so funny how we can just be so petty with like the craziest things. Even with certain situations at times that happen, you don't really know what happened in the situation, but you're there, you're kind of just like breaking your head, you're kind of like trying to figure out what went wrong and stuff like that. Or, you know, you hear about a certain thing and you want to go ahead and just be petty about it and add your 2 cents, or, you know, kind of just expose somebody and stuff like that. So, you know, it's a habit, it's a tick that we have.
Exactly. So ladies, listen, don't feel judged. Don't be like, ooh, they got on me today. No, it's all fun and jokes. But if you have some confessions that you want to share, if you have your petty moments, don't be afraid to let us know what is going on, your petty moments, how you make it personal. But we're going to go on a quick break and we'll be right back.
Feeling the energy? You're tuned into the right place. Breaking the silence is keeping it real, right here, right now. More empowering conversations, and the voices you need to hear are coming up next. Stay with Angelique, Francisca, Nori, and Shaitia. The conversation is just getting started.
The Universal Church Online is here for you. You can find us now at our new URL, universalusa.org. New name, same website, and the same faith to encourage and build you up. For those who want to securely sow their seed online, find our Secure Give tab on the homepage. And for those who want to visit a Universal Church in person for powerful messages and prayers to change your life, click on our Location tab to find a Universal Church anywhere in the country. If you need online counseling, trained pastors will always be a click away to offer free counseling for any spiritual needs you may have. Our site also contains a variety of Universal Church blogs, the Chain of Prayer information, Unisocial Outreach news, and our ULFN TV channel live stream and schedule, which airs 24 hours a day. Visit us now at universalusa.org.
Join the conversation, breaking the silence.
How well do you know us? How well do we know each other?
Yeah,
we're about to find out.
Yes, because we are playing most likely to.
Okay.
So we're going to have some questions come up, and we have to decide amongst ourselves who is most likely to do a certain thing. So, we ready to play, ladies?
Yes,
I guess
okay, so we have
ready.
our first question.
Ready.
Who's most likely to be remembered from a brief interaction?
Ready.
Okay.
3,
ready.
2,
Yes.
1.
Nori.
I put Shaitia.
I put Shaitia too.
Yeah, because she talks to strangers.
Yeah.
So I'm like, she probably has a lot of things to talk about. So like, she would be remembered because she would say a lot of things.
Shaitia hands down,
So,
and that's the same exact
I think
reason.
Nori,
Me, why me?
because you have like those little things about you that you kind of make a person feel comfortable. So I feel like any of us, because Angelique has her quirks about her, so it's like you'll remember those quirks too. So
Yeah, but who's most likely to?
Yes, Shaitia.
Tia.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's you.
All right, let us see our next question. Who's most likely to book a solo trip on a whim?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I got my answer.
Okay.
Me too.
Ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
3, 2.
Nori.
I'll put Francisca even though she's not here. Me?
Yes.
Why you say me?
Out of us three, I mean, you're going to be the one to... I'm not going to book a
she's
trip.
not gonna spend money.
Exactly.
I probably won't go anywhere alone. So
That is horrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of us 3, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. And you're always buying stuff. You're always like trying new things. So I feel like you would do that.
Okay, all right. You're like, but that's besides the point. All right. Let's move on. Okay. Our next one. Okay. Who's most likely to carry the vibe of the group?
Ready?
Okay.
Okay. I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
1.
Nori.
Yeah. How come? Why y'all think that?
Yeah, you have like a tendency to kind of like lead, right?
Yeah.
And
Do you
to
find
carry
so?
on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm more of a like, I don't know, like I feel like I don't pay attention to like social cues and stuff.
Yeah.
So I won't get what everybody else is like getting. And so
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
just like an awkward person.
Okay.
And I'll just
All
be
right.
there.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Next question.
Okay. Who's most likely to befriend strangers at the line at Target?
Did we just say this earlier on?
OMG. Yeah, they got this answer
Hey,
right.
it pays off.
3, 2, 1.
All right. Shaitia.
Yes.
Me.
I think you're Target today.
I think so,
Yeah,
right?
you were targeted.
You're the Target today.
Yeah.
Let's see what our next questions will have.
She's like, I just want to move
Yeah,
on.
she's like, you know what? Let's just move on.
Okay.
Who's most likely to say what everyone else is
thinking?
Huh?
Who's
Oh,
most likely
this
to
is
say
a
what
tough
everyone else is
one.
thinking? Who's most likely
Whoa,
to say what
this one's a
everyone
tough one
else
for
is
me.
Thinking.
To
Who's
say?
most likely
Yeah.
to say what everyone else is thinking? Okay, I'm ready. 3, 2.
I put me.
I put Shaitia.
Yeah, it was between me and Shaitia.
I'm like, I definitely
She would
be
say
like,
what she's thinking.
like, and everybody's like, why would you? But you were thinking it too.
Yeah,
like, again, I'm a little awkward, so it's
you
like
were
I won't
thinking
catch
it.
on. Like everybody's trying to be like quiet
Be
and
like,
Okay.
saying
All
out
right.
loud.
okay.
Next question.
Your next one. Who's most likely to quit a job without a backup plan?
Oof.
If we had to choose between us.
Okay, I got it.
All right, let's go.
Okay,
3, 2, 1.
Nori.
I put Angelique.
I put Angelique.
Yeah.
I feel like you're in your unbothered season, so you're probably just like, my peace means more. I'm done.
No, for me, I would just be like, okay, I'll just
but she's
learn
more
along
of
the
a-
way.
Yeah, she's more of a like, whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's why I put Angelique.
Yeah, I'll be like,
kind of.
it's going to catch up on me. I'll be like, okay, I'll have a job in a few. All right.
That's what I'm talking about. All right.
Okay. Next one. Who's most likely to be invited everywhere?
Oh, Lord.
Who's most likely to be invited
At a
everywhere?
bus?
Oh, okay. All right. It connects because
Oh.
it kind of connects. I have a reason for this.
All right. I would love to hear it.
2, 1. Angelique.
Shaitia.
Oh, we all got.
Wow.
Interesting. No, we definitely got to dive into this a little bit. Okay.
My
so why you said
reasoning-
Angelique.
I say Angelique because she's just like a light person. Like you like to be around her. No.
All right.
You like to be around her. Like she's just like quirky and she's just like she's fun to be around. I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
I chose you because you speak to everybody in Target.
In Target.
You know, she
I don't
speaks
even
to
shop at
everyone,
Target, but
like
okay.
strangers. So like a stranger would come and meet her and be like, "Oh yeah, I will invite you to like my wedding or something like that." So yeah, that's why.
So I chose myself because literally I think between us three, I mean, she's kind of like a stick to herself type of person. So that's why I didn't pick her. And Angelique, she's just that unbothered. Like, she's just like,
If you invite me or not, I'll just be like, okay.
Yeah, so, yeah, that's why I picked myself. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Next.
Okay.
Okay. So who's most likely to start over in a new city? All of us.
Right?
Can
we have a card with all of our names? Oh, my gosh. Who's most likely to start? I don't know.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Angelique.
I put myself.
I put Angelique.
Yeah, I put myself.
Because she was just saying like she's unbothered and all of that
probably
stuff.
be.
And
Yeah. And I've moved around
This
a lot
was a tough
too.
one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
All right.
So next one.
Who's most likely to start a dance floor with zero hesitation?
This is kind of obvious.
No
brainer.
No brainer.
It's a no-brainer.
Yes.
This is kind of obvious. If you know, you know. Yes, Nori.
All you got to do is drop that beat
And
I'm on that
she's
dance
gonna-
floor.
Yes.
Woo, child.
And I can't dance, so you
You're just gonna be like,
Okay.
Okay, last
one.
Okay.
who's most likely to leave people talking after she exits? Oh.
Wow.
Who's most likely to leave people talking after she exits? Like in a bad way or in a good way? I don't want to answer this.
I didn't even think of it like
Why are
that.
you looking at me? How did you think about it?
That's why I asked.
I thought it was like, people like, she's kind of, okay, well, I put Angelique.
Yeah, me too.
I put Angelique because I just felt like she's kind of like, she'll walk away from a conversation.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
You put
bye.
yourself?
Yes.
Yeah. So
That's why I was like,
yeah,
they be
okay.
talking about me. All right.
So I feel like it was a mixture today.
Yeah.
It was like a little bit of everybody. There was no Target today, thankfully.
Yeah.
But we're going to go on a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
Laugh, learn, and love with Breaking the Silence. We'll be right back.
Have you ever helped a fellow veteran?
Of course.
Yes. Have you ever asked for help yourself?
It's always tough, right? I always feel like I can solve my own problems, but eventually, you just can't deal with it on your own.
And you start to question, maybe people would be better off without me. And you realize that you're not alone. Once you take that first step, there's so much support.
Has God done something amazing in your life? Call us at 1-888-332-4141 and share your testimony today.
You are watching LFN.
Genesis. Only on LFN.
At 9 p.m. Eastern Time.
Why?
Why take a chance? Why risk a mistake? Why say something? We all have reasons why we choose to ignore the things that give us pause, that seem out of place, that don't feel right. The word why can either paralyze us or empower us to stand up and protect what we love.
So if you see something, why do you say something?
I see say for my friends.
I see say for their future.
I see say for my entire school.
I see say because if I don't, who will?
I see say because all this matters.
We all have something worth protecting, a why that unifies this community we are all a part of. So protect your everyday. Report suspicious activity to local authorities. If you see something, say something.
On Breaking the Silence, we aim to broaden your horizons on a variety of topics.
I don't care who you are, fair is fair.
Beneficial advice you can use in your daily life.
You have to maximize, retirement.
Let's explore today's topic together on Breaking the Silence.
Have you noticed that woman that was your best friend, your sister, your cousin, before they got into a relationship, they were this vibrant person, this bright light wherever they went. And as soon as they got into a relationship, and over time, their light started to dim. They started to become someone who used to stood out. Now they're someone who blends into the crowd. So we see this happen often, ladies, because a lot of women, when they get into a relationship, they start to lose themselves for their partner, or not even like, let's say, a love relationship, but even to their children, to their family. So we see women who were like these bright, shining stars, they take the background. We even hear it behind every strong man, every good man is a strong woman. So it's like women are naturally taught to be in the background. We're taught to be the emotional, manager. We have to make sure everybody in the house is okay. We can't ourselves have a bad day. We have to make sure we're okay. We have to put on the smile. We have to be bright all the time. And if they're having a bad day, we have to be the cheerleader. We have to help them up. And we start to be that emotional manager where we're in the background. We stuff everything we want inside to make sure we're that peaceful. When our husbands get home, he has to come home to peace. He can't come home to chaos. So we make sure everything is good. And then it starts to take a toll on us. We start to anticipate the needs of other people. You see like, okay, you know what? They're going to need this or they're doing this. So let me prepare this and prepare that. And you start to overwork yourself, overload yourself. And this is what happens when burnout happens, right? This is what causes burnout because we're that emotional leader, we're that emotional manager, and we don't have time for ourselves. We forget about ourselves. We're always the last person that we pay attention to. And normally when we pay attention to us, it's already too late.
Exactly. You know, another reason why a lot of us women, we shrink ourselves is because we're afraid. We're afraid of being too much. But you said something very interesting. Why should we have to dim our light for somebody else? Why should we have to put ourselves in the background, like Tia said, on the back burner because of making someone else comfortable, you know? And that's where we lose. That's where we start losing ourselves. That's where all of the, you know, mental stress comes, the emotional stress, all of these things. That's where it surfaces from. You know, if you have good qualities, if you're that go-getter, if you are that type of person that, you know, you don't stay still, you're always up and going, doing things, creating things, making things, you know, anything that you set yourself to do, like it flourishes, it glows, it becomes something big. There's no reason why you should be dimming yourself. There's no reason why you should shrink yourself, especially when it comes to a relationship, because it's not about you annulling yourself and making that person, you know, big and seem this and that. No, it's teamwork.
Yeah.
You know, it's
you
teamwork.
know, we see that with like careers as well. Like maybe the wife is like maybe making more money or things like that. And there's kind of tension because the man is like, oh no, she's higher than me. She's making more money. But if it's a partnership, it's like, who cares? At the end of the day, you're bringing it together. So if your wife is above you or if you're above your husband, then at the end of the day, it's still contributing both to the household.
Yeah. And the bad part about this is it happens gradually. It's not like something it's drastic, because maybe when you enter that relationship or that career, you know, or whatever it is, like a relationship, friendship, that you both, of course, you have your identity, the other person as well. And in your mind, you didn't think that you would lose your identity in that relationship. But over time, you gave up one thing. And then the next thing. And then the next thing. You stop expressing your opinions. You stop loving the things that you used to love. Those hobbies that your partner or your friend probably is like, oh no, that's not so fun. That's boring. So let's try other things. And you convince yourself like, okay, this is more fun. However, you know that that hobby or that career is something that you really, really have wanted since you were young. So it's something that sometimes you give up one thing, but then eventually you turn into that person that the other person wants you to be. So it's a slow, slow drain. It's a slow, slow progress. And you don't kind of catch yourself because it was something over time. It was not like from today to tomorrow.
It's like sacrificing boundaries to avoid conflict.
Yeah.
That is dangerous. That is so, so dangerous. Because if you don't catch yourself, like Angelique said, listen, when you come to realize, you're going to be going through damages that probably is going to take you way much longer to fix. You know?
And then you kind of become numb. You know, like sometimes you see a woman and she's just there. It's like you see like a lot of things are going on and you're just like, but why she's not saying nothing? And sometimes it's like when you're in a healthy relationship, when you know yourself, you want to speak out and you'll be like, girl, why don't you say? And they're just like, no, it's okay.
Yeah.
Just leave it. It'll be fine. And then you kind of feel bad for them. So it's like, as you said, we have to make sure that we stick to our boundaries, right? We have to make sure we hold on to it. That reminds me of a story of a girl that I knew. We were friends. And of course, if you watch Breaking the Silence, you know that I love to read and I'm a big reader. So I was like telling her all the stuff that I would read. And she was going through a divorce and she had mentioned like, you know, I used to love reading, but my ex would always tell me, oh, why are you reading? Why are you doing this? So it's like she started to stop doing something she loved just because her husband at the time told her. And then it's like she started reading again and she's like, I love to do this. Like, why did I stop? So it's like, if you feel like this is you're starting to compromise a little too much. You're starting to hold the load. You're starting to, you know, not say anything, sacrificing yourself for the greater good of everybody else. Take a moment, think, is it really a sacrifice? Or are you becoming that lamb that's being sacrificed? If so, you have time to still find yourself, rediscover who you are, go back to those hobbies, take time to invest in yourself because, again, your partner will not want you to lose yourself just for them. But we're going to go on the break and we'll be right back.
Your voice, breaking the silence.
Looking for a fun and creative way to introduce your little one to the Word of God? We've got you covered. The Universal Church offers engaging programs for children's ages 6 weeks to 14 years old, all designed to inspire faith, values, and joy. The CBC Children's Biblical Center and the TPG Teen Power Group, kids learn about God through exciting, age-appropriate exercises, stories, and lessons that make faith come alive. In the CBC, we're raising the next generation of leaders who will make a difference for the kingdom of God. Our dedicated teachers help plant seeds of faith that grow with each child. As the Bible says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Proverbs 22:6. Come join the fun and let your child grow in faith and purpose. For more information or a location near you, call 1-888-332-4141.
Did you know you can watch Living Faith Network completely free 24 hours a day using just a TV antenna? Here's how to find us on your television. First, make sure your antenna is connected to the back of your TV. Next, grab your remote and press the menu or settings button. Go to channels or broadcast settings. Then select auto scan, channel scan, or auto program. When it asks for a signal type, choose antenna or air, not cable. Now start the scan. This may take a few minutes, so please be patient. Once it's finished, use your remote to go through your channels. Look for Living Faith Network on channel 42.1. That's it. You're now ready to watch Living Faith Network. Faith-filled programming, available free, 24/7, right on your antenna TV. If you don't see channel 42.1, try running the scan again or adjusting your antenna position.
Let's talk about it. Breaking the silence. Join the conversation.
Okay, so we asked, and y'all definitely delivered. Because, ladies, we have some comments about even today's topic. We opened the door for them to be able to be a viewer joiner.
Yes.
Today, even though they're not here on the couch with us, you're still joining us in the show.
Yes.
So I have a comment from Kayla, because she was talking about the petty debate. She was like, she's all up in it.
Okay.
So Kayla said, if someone leaves me undelivered for more than 6 hours, remember, this is 6 hours, okay? Not days, not weeks, not months, 6 hours. I am mentally moving on. She wants to know, is she being dramatic or just emotionally efficient?
Girl,
so, ladies, do you think this is petty or is she just protecting her peace?
She is protecting her peace.
Protecting her peace.
100%. I mean, I would do the same. Whatever.
Yeah.
I sent the message. I delivered it. You want to answer, you answer. You don't want to answer, then that's fine.
Yeah.
Yep. Completely agree.
I feel like as long as it's not something that you need a response from, like it's urgent, you need to know, like you're waiting, you're depending on it, then
you know what I mean, now that you mention it like that, I will probably send another message, and I will put, if my life depended on you, I would die. I would have been dead 6 hours ago. Okay.
Yeah. So as long as you don't need it, I feel like that's protecting your peace. But it's like if you can't work without it, then that's when like the phone call will come in. You see, that's why I say I prefer calls over text, because I get my answer right away and I'm done.
Yeah. No, but I feel like if the person sees it and it was delivered and they did not respond, I think like, you can like call or be like, okay, on top of that person. If again, as you said, it's something important.
But if it's not, then keep your peace, girl.
Exactly.
All right. So we have this next one. One viewer said the following. Y'all unblocked something in me. I realized I get more upset about not being invited to brunch than actual family events. Why does social exclusion hit so hard?
Girl.
Angelique is like, I got this.
No, we have like this. We kind of wanted to maintain like a social status, right? That family, okay, my family, all right, if I go or not, like, but I don't know. We like to kind of like have this face or appearance that okay, this is my social status, that I need to be invited everywhere. I am like the in the social circle and stuff like that. And if that is not being met, you kind of like get upset. Yeah, exactly.
Let's say, for example, coworkers, like a group of coworkers go out, but man, out of everybody, like
I'm the only one.
Like what?
Just me? Like,
come on.
And I feel like also like fear of missing out, right? Like I feel like you feel like if you're not there, you're missing out on something. Like they're having a good time, you're not having that good time. And then you kind of like overthink like, well, why didn't they invite me? Is this something that I did? Something? So you kind of like start spiraling. And then again, when it's your family, you're just like, well, they have to love me. That's one family. They've been dealing with me forever, so it's okay. But like social, you kind of like, well, are we not friends? Like, you know, readjusting your relationships with people and all of the, well, I'm not going to invite you out then. And it's just a big thing.
It's a lot of Well, there's another one as well, which is a little bit more serious with our other topic as well, when she said, she didn't share her name, but she mentioned, I caught myself pretending I didn't want kids because my boyfriend didn't. And that scared me. This is, How do we recognize when compromise becomes self-erasure? And as we were talking about earlier on, not just a few minutes ago, when you see there's like an identity loss in there, because initially, and this is such a big decision, you know, it was not something, okay, you woke up one morning and you're like, decided I don't want kids anymore, you know, like that completely changed. But because you've adapted yourself to what the other person wants, you've kind of erased yourself and became an identity of what the person wanted you to be.
And I also feel like when it comes to something as big as that, that's where resentment comes in, right? Because it's like, you're like, okay, I don't want kids because they don't want kids. But sooner or later, especially as women, we can't have kids after a certain age. So as you get older or you see your friends having kids and it's something that you really do want, you're going to start resenting your partner. You're going to start having like these little moments and these little side comments, and you're not going to know where it's coming from because it's like you're not thinking it's that, but you have that resentment inside of you.
You know, that hearing you guys say that, it reminded me of a story. I don't know if it will relate or not, but it just popped up in my head as I'm hearing y'all. So I know this young lady, she ended up getting pregnant, but she was still, you know, going to school, going to college for nursing and stuff like that. Now she has her career and everything. She's doing great. But she had came to her mom one time and asked her, you know, should I keep the baby or not? You know, it was a discussion that she asked her mom, and she also asked her partner. And I like their response because it's like they didn't want that guilt or they didn't want that responsibility of saying, hey, you know what? Don't have it or have it, and then she'll have that regret later. You know what I mean? So, but long story short, she ended up having the child, and she's just so happy. She's fulfilled. She's doing everything. She's doing good. But had she allowed their answers, whether it was
sway her,
exactly, she would have had horrible regrets. So,
so we have to really be careful, make sure we're not losing ourselves. And we also have another person who, as they've been watching our show a lot, they started taking their boundaries. And so over the weekend, she actually set her first real boundary. She said no, you know, the full stop. It doesn't need an explanation. However, she started to feel guilty about it after. So throughout the day, she had that guilt. So she wants to know, Angelique, our boundary expert.
I don't know about that.
Our boundary expert. Is that something normal after you set a boundary?
Okay, let me tell you, this is her first real boundary. So I'm telling you, you're human, so it's normal. The guilt is going to be there. It's not going to be like once you have the decision to set a boundary, it magically would vanish and you're not going to feel guilty. You will feel guilty. But the thing is, you have to be comfortable on that, not because you're always going to be feeling guilty all the time, but because when you're allowing yourself to, okay, I'm going to feel guilty right now, but I'm going to stay on that boundary. Because if you just allow the guilt to over time, like, okay, I'm going to move that boundary, you're never ever going to have that boundary. So yes, it will be guilty. You will feel guilty, but it's going to eventually vanish away.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
It will vanish.
Will be.
Sooner or later, you'll be like Angelique saying no and not caring what people think, okay? But we hope that you enjoyed it. We hope that actually you felt encouraged to send your questions, send your comments on the shows that you watch each and every day. So one day you too can have your comment read on air, but we're going to go on a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
I will always love you. I would echo of a prayer for you.
The first sound a baby makes is a cry. Their first words to the world. As they grow, parents long to hear mommy or daddy, words that bring joy.
Who's that guy? I love mom. I love mom.
Yeah? What? Hi, Dada. Hi, Scarlett.
But as children grow older, words become more than sounds. They shape who they are. In school, at home, with friends.
I'm being serious.
Words become lessons.
I'm only saying for
Some build us up.
Okay?
Others tear us down. Before you know it, the words you speak about yourself are no longer positive. You're not good enough. It's always been this way. Why me? You begin to curse your own life without even realizing it. Doctor comes in with bad news.
The breast biopsy revealed that you have an invasive form of breast cancer.
And suddenly you claim it. I'm sick. It's my burden to carry. It runs in my family. Without knowing it, your words just made that sickness part of who you are. But it doesn't have to be that way. The Bible says that death and life are in the power of the tongue. Your words carry power.
How can I have breast cancer?
The power to curse or to heal. To hold on to problems.
You aren't me.
What if this is the moment I lose control?
Or to let them go. So say instead, I will overcome. By His stripes I am healed. This is not my destiny. Stop claiming defeat. Start declaring victory. Because the Word of God says you are an overcomer.
Loving the show? Let's keep the good vibes going. Follow us on Instagram for show clips and behind-the-scenes fun. Be part of the conversation. Join us today.
Man, I just love the BTS Unfiltered segment.
Yeah, that was so cool.
Yeah, it's an interactive segment where we kind of,
and we can see how much they grow, you know, the questions that they ask, or even like the revelations that they have, because sometimes a person don't realize, like the lady who heard, like with the kids, she's like, she didn't realize she was drinking to please her partner. And that happens to so many people. It's like you don't realize you're doing something until you actually, wait a minute.
Losing yourself to love. That's crazy.
Yes.
We can't do that.
No, we can't. Ladies, don't shrink.
Don't shrink.
Don't get smaller. I'm already small. I can't get smaller. Well, we all are small. We cannot shrink. We have to grow. We have to let our light shine wherever we go.
Yeah. And don't allow pettiness, okay? Because that could also be something that would shrink you. So don't just have your peace, let it go. You know, we're already over that age where we're kind of like every little emoji, every little dot, question mark, exclamation point, whatever it is. No, stop putting meaning in all of this.
Yeah. Like, because, you know, over analyzing things, it's like, first of all, a lot of times we create stories in our own head. It's not even what the person is thinking, or maybe their intention is behind it, but then we're over here thinking like, oh, last time she put a heart and this time she didn't. Oh, so she don't love me? She don't care anymore? And it's just like, maybe she was rushing, you know, or maybe she, you know, was running into a meeting. She didn't have time to put an emoji. She just answered really quickly. But then if she wouldn't have answered, it would have been a problem too.
Yeah. Man, you can never win with women,
right? You have a battle that you cannot ever win.
That's not true.
Yes, we are such good people. You know, we're not
can live with us, can live without us.
Imagine a planet without women.
I know.
You know, like it's just gonna
you see, my co-hosts over here, they're the petty ones, and I am the one who is the peacekeeper.
Well,
I am not petty.
Who's most likely to
be petty?
Who's most likely to?
I'm really not the petty one. How can I be petty if I talk to strangers and I'm such an outgoing and warming person?
All right, so when you see Shaytia out in the streets, you already know what to do.
Yeah, you can sit down and have a full-blown conversation.
You can meet me in Target even though I don't shop there, okay?
Oh, boy.
Just in the parking lot.
Be there. And then Nori will book a trip for all of us and invite us to go on that trip with her. She's not taking a solo trip. We decided.
It's a girls' trip.
I mean, we can all go, but everyone's paying for their own ticket.
Hey, that's a boundary there, you know? You're like,
setting the boundaries.
We can go, but then you gotta.
Yeah, so if you don't get invited for the brunch, if you don't get invited for that solo trip, that girls' trip, if you don't get invited there, don't worry, you're not missing out on nothing. You are just gaining your peace. And you know how else you can gain your peace? By scanning this QR code. How can I gain my peace? By going to BreakingTheSilence_talk show, because you're gonna find videos that you're gonna laugh at. You're gonna have some nice topics that you're gonna see, some comments from other people teaching you how you can keep your peace. And also, if you would like to be physically on the show, not just your comment, but you want to be on the show, you can DM us. Yes, you can DM us and let us know about your business, about your story, because we are always interested in having you join in the show with us, not for us, with us.
With us, yeah.
Because we have so much that we want to talk about with you. But ladies, it's about that time again.
Yeah.
Where we have to be petty and set our boundaries and say bye.